Do you fancy a beer or something?
There's a bottle of wine in the fridge.
I was just about to open it.
That'll do fine. I'll do it.
Oh. I take it didn't go too well. He is all right.
Daniel? Oh, couldn't be better. He's getting the best of everything. From Denise, Kelly, Brian. They can't do enough for him.
But you're still his dad.
I felt so out of it.
Look, you had every right to be there. Your son's birthday. Did he have a party?
Oh, yeah, he had a party. Denise wasn't going to miss a trick like that. He had a few of his little friends round and their mums and dads. And while Kelly was amusing the kids, the adults were in the kitchen having a whale of a time. Talk about a stranger at the feast. He didn't belong and they couldn't make it more obvious. But how long is it going to be before Daniel feels the same way? You know, this court case can't come soon enough for me. Because if this situation goes on, I'm going to lose him. Anyway, thanks for coming.
Oh, where's the panic? You sounded really worked up on the phone.
Yeah, well, I got a letter this morning that set a date for the court hearing for Daniel. It's the end of the month.
Is that it? Honestly, Ken, you made it sound like it was life or death on the phone. I should be at work, you know, I'm opening up.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't expect you to see things quite the way I do. But when you say I make it sound like life and death, well, I mean, for Daniel, it is, isn't it? It's his childhood that we're talking about. Anyway, I now know exactly how long I've got to get my case together.
I'm not sure what you think you can do in court, Ken. Or what you can say exactly that'll make them take Daniel away from his mother.
Well, I've got to get them to see that she's not a fit person to bring him up, and that's what I intend to do. Now, as soon as school finishes today, I'm off to see Alison.
Alison?
Yeah, Denise's sister.
Oh, yeah, right, I'm with you.
I mean, Denise took her own sister's husband away from her. She knows exactly what Denise is, and I want the court to hear everything that she's got to say. And Fiona, she knows what Denise is with all her squalid little games and the way she walked away from Daniel. So, anyway, I want to have a council of war here tonight at about 5:30. You'll be here, won't you?
Me? What use am I to you?
Oh, more than you think. A lot more. I'm relying on you, Deirdre, to help me through all this. You know, help me get my case together. Tell me when I'm talking sense and when I'm not.
Well, if you're sure you want to hear it.
Here you go through. Fiona's just arrived.
Hi, Fiona. Did you see Alison?
Yes, I saw Alison. That's Denise's sister.
Yeah, I've met her.
Bad news, I'm afraid. She's not going to help me.
Oh, she can't be on Denise's side, surely. I mean, Denise took her husband off her.
No, she hates Denise, but, well, Alison is just a nervous wreck. I mean, just to see her, it was a shock. She's on pills, in a terrible state, and she flatly refuses to see Denise in or out of a law court.
Oh, Ken. You were counting on her.
Yeah, I was. You know, Denise ruined her life. Well, she's not going to do that to Daniel. Anyway, Fiona, you see how I need your help even more now.
I'm not quite sure how I can help.
Oh, well, you can help a lot. You saw the way she wrecked her sister's marriage. You saw the way she walked away from Daniel so she could go off with a lover. You're a vital witness.
Ken, I've been thinking about what you've asked me to do. You know, go to court and speak for you.
Oh, Fiona, you said you would. And what you saw shows that Denise isn't fit to have him.
Look, Ken, I'm sorry. I know how you see Denise, and I understand that. I am not trying to defend her, but she gave me a job. She trained me up.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the issue here.
And when she walked out on you, she sold me the salon, which she didn't have to do. She could have probably got a lot more for it. I can't just stand up and kick her in the teeth. I can't do it. Sorry.
No, we were only supposed to be stopping for Christmas and New Year, though I think Vera would have liked us to have stopped longer.
You're back then?
Yeah?
I thought so when I saw your light on last night. Let me know if there's anything I can do in the way of shopping or lifting.
Yeah, I will.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye, Roy.
Bye.
Tell you the truth, I thought you'd have been stopping at the Rovers till after the baby was born.
Oh, no. No, I'm better off here. At least here I don't have folk talking behind my back, working out how much I'm costing them.
Fiona said she won't testify. Denise's sister said the same thing, and I don't think he's even bothering asking Kelly since she's working for Denise.
Poor Ken. He must feel everybody's deserting him. Thank goodness he's got you as an ally.
Well, I wonder if I'm not worse than any of them. I just found myself thinking, why not let Daniel stay with his mother? I mean, isn't that going to be the best in the long run?
Some people would agree.
And then I think, better for who?
Well, for the child.
No, better for me, in case me and Ken ever get back together again. Because I don't want to have to start playing at being Daniel's mother. I'm past all that. Just don't say anything to Ken, will you?
No.
I'm not saying I want him to lose Daniel.
Oh, no.
Or am I?
Would you like a coffee?
No, I'm not even going to sit down. I'm going shopping. I just wondered if you fancied coming round for a meal tonight.
Oh, well, that's very kind.
It is, isn't it?
I suppose you thought, well, nobody else will invite the miserable old devil anywhere, so...
Something like that.
Yeah, great. I'd love to. So what, come round about 7:30?
Hi. Can we come in?
What are you doing here?
Well, we've come to visit you, and you'd rather we didn't.
No. Come in. Well, this is a surprise. You just driven up.
Yep.
Well, look who's here.
Hello.
Hi. Ken mentioned in court you've been seeing one another.
Well, sit down. I'd say make yourself at home, but you'd think it a rather a poor joke. However, you can make yourself at home, can't you? Come on, shall we go and get your toys?
Take that.
Do you remember where they were? We're going to find your toys.
You're looking well.
Yeah, I am. I'm fine. And you?
Fine.
So, do you live here now?
No.
Oh, Ken made it sound as though you did. I expect that was just for the court's benefit.
I gather nothing's been settled yet.
No, nothing's been finalised, but I really don't think that there's much doubt about the outcome.
And do you think that's fair? Just taking him away like that?
It's not what I think that matters, it's what the court thinks that's going to matter.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Anyway, I must be off. I was just leaving when you got here.
Oh.
Ken?
Yeah?
I'm off. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, right, fine. But the answer's still yes, I'd love to.
Hey, you don't need to talk in code for my benefit.
Good. I'll see you later.
Bye. Well, can I get you a coffee or anything?
No, I've just had one at the hotel.
The hotel?
Yeah, in Knutsford. Brian's got some work down there, so we're stopping over. And we brought Daniel with us because, well, I thought it would be a chance for you to have him for a bit.
A bit? What does that mean?
It's up to you this afternoon. Or if you want to have him overnight, then we could collect him when we're going back tomorrow.
Well, overnight, yeah. I'd love to have him in the house again.
Then you can.
Forgive me if I sound cynical,
You always sound cynical, Ken.
but what's in this for you?
Does there have to be anything in it for me?
Usually.
Well, maybe it's just I get the opportunity to go out with Brian for the evening while you're babysitting Daniel.
You could do that anyway, but Kelly working for you.
True. There is nothing in it for me. I'm doing it because I thought you'd want it. Ken, I do know what I've put you through, and I'm not proud. But I can't give up Daniel again, and I'm not going to. I will fight you to the bitter end about
Yeah,
that.
and lie to the court?
Yes, anything. But I don't want to cut you out of Daniel's life. Really, I don't. So I suppose if you're asking what's in it for me, I just want to prove to you I'm not your enemy. And if only you could stop seeing me as one, then we could start cooperating on Daniel's future.
Yes, I do want him to stay the night.
Then fine. I'll collect him tomorrow.
But that doesn't mean that I'm accepting some sort of a deal.
Nobody's saying that.
I still believe that he should be here living with me, and you should be the one taking him out for the weekend.
And you can go on believing that, but it's not going to happen. Danny, Mummy's off now. I'll see you tomorrow, Dan. And leave me with Daddy. I'll see you be good. I really don't want to make a scene or risk an argument in front of him, so I'll just go.
Yeah, so why should I be the one who has to be so sane and reasonable and accept what you're saying, when you're the one behaving like a raving lunatic? You practically kidnap him from this house, and then you lie to the court and attempt to keep him.
Life is not fair, Ken.
You're damn right it's not.
Sometimes you just got to accept what it throws at you.
Do I?
Well, I'll be off. We'll talk about this tomorrow.
What time?
2:30.
Yeah, I saw the car had gone, so I thought,
Yes, well, I think we've gone some time, and Daniel's staying till tomorrow afternoon.
oh, well, that'll save you a long journey north.
Yeah, only does rather get in the way of me coming round to you tonight.
Yes, that's what I thought.
So, why don't you come here? Same meal, different venue.
No, I don't think so, Ken. Not when Denise is liable to pop back or phone up. No, I think I'll stay out of this one.
Oh, okay.
Another time, though.
Yeah, sure. Of course, the whole thing is just bribery, you know. What she's saying is you play ball, give me custody, and this can happen all the time.
Might be a bribe worth taking.
Oh, no.
You're going through, Ken. When I lost our little Tommy, I were heartbroken.
Well, I know if Daniel were old enough to understand, I know what he'd say. He'd rather be with me.
Well, when I heard Mother had come to visit, I thought she'd come to bring him back, you know. You know what they're like, some women.
She came to offer reasonable access on condition that I drop the court case.
And are you going to?
No, of course not. I'm going to see my solicitor this afternoon, put her in the picture. You know, in my opinion, Denise is running scared. I mean, why else would she come over all reasonable?
Excuse me, Ken. Did Jack tell you?
Yes, he did, and I'll have a word.
Good. And I want an apology.
Trouble.
Do you know that Tricia, she's got a right trap on her. Mind you, she's never been set an example, has she? But she'll learn. I mean, if me and our Jack can't teach her a bit of dignity, who can? Yes, love.
Yeah, my solicitor agreed with you. She thought it was a reasonable offer.
Good.
You know, the whole time I was in her office, I could hear Denise giving the accountant the news and having a laugh at my expense.
Oh, grab it, Ken, and have her put it in writing.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll get my solicitor to do that. Reasonable access is the term, and that is what I intend to get.
Yeah, well, while you're doing that, I'll try and get reasonable access to the bar. I fancy another drink.
Oh, right, no, I'll get this. Same again.
So what time's she coming?
7, or in our time, anywhere between 5 and midnight.
Oh, well, let me know how you go on.
Yeah. Do you think I should give her a meal?
I haven't a clue. Why?
Well, the trouble is, I mean, after a heavy week's work, I don't feel like making a slap-up meal for the woman who's taking my child.
I hope you're not expecting me to come round and cook.
Oh, come on. Well, maybe I should take her out, you know, and try and behave like sensible adults.
Well, I hope you'll do that anyway.
Anyway, if I do, don't want to take her anywhere nice. I want a candlelit dinner. I want it to be with you. No, it's a tricky problem.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Ken, but I'm not up on the etiquette for this kind of thing.
Anyway, sooner it's over, the better.
Like I said, you're paying a solicitor. You're daft not to take her advice.
Yeah, but the trouble is, the whole thing's dependent on Denise's goodwill.
Yeah, anyway, give me a ring tomorrow.
What if it's something simple like bacon and eggs? No, it's too chummy, that. Beans on toast? What's the problem?
But not mine, I'm afraid.
I'll just clear my tea things away.
You've eaten? Oh, I was going to suggest taking us out somewhere.
Ah, I didn't think. So you've not had anything?
It doesn't matter. I'll get something at the hotel later.
Well, I've considered your proposal, and whilst I admit that you appear to be offering some sort of reasonable access...
What do you mean, appear to be? I am.
Well, nevertheless, seems to be a bit short on detail. For example, there's no mention of maintenance.
Ah, that is deliberate. That's because I don't expect any. Besides, we can afford it.
I see. Well, to be honest, I'm not too happy about that.
Why?
Well, I would have thought that would be obvious. I mean, surely, as Daniel's father, I'm entitled to make some contribution to his upbringing. And seeing as I'm denied it in the real sense, I would have thought at least I'd be allowed to ensure his financial well-being.
But it isn't fair for me to take money off you.
The money's for Daniel, not you.
It's the same difference, and besides, I've talked this through with Brian.
Oh, right. Right, OK. Well, if you've agreed it all with Brian, there's no point in asking my opinion, is there? Right, OK. I'll open a bank account in Daniel's name, pay monthly payments in until he's 18. I trust that Brian will have no objection to that.
I am trying to be reasonable.
Well, it's a pity you didn't do that before. Might have avoided a lot of trouble.
I've apologised, and I just want to do what's best for Daniel.
I seem to recall you giving that reason for doing exactly the opposite.
Circumstances have changed.
I just hope that when Daniel's old enough to understand, he can make more sense of it than I can.
So,
So?
I don't think either of us would have gained by going to court.
Don't be so sure.
Is that what your solicitor said? She knows this is the best deal you could possibly hope for. I think we're all agreed on that. So,
So, let's shake hands, forgive and forget? I don't think so. I can't forget. And I shall certainly never forgive.
Oh, morning, Ken. Is it today, the court hearing about Daniel?
No, it's not today or any other day. That's off.
Oh. Well, in that case, what's...
We've come to an arrangement, Denise and me. Daniel stays with her, but I have access to him now. If you'll excuse me, I have to get off to school.
Now, I'm surprised at Ken. He seems so determined to do the right thing for Daniel, but now I gather he's simply given in to that woman.
Well, she is Daniel's mother, whatever else she is.
You don't believe for one moment she'd be a good mother to the boy, do you? Because I certainly don't.
Oh, I don't know. The truth is, Emily, Ken couldn't win. And in the end, he saw that. The law's on her side. He isn't even married to her. If he'd fought her, he'd have lost. And maybe even lost Daniel, too. At least this way he gets to keep in touch.
He might have won. Perhaps we didn't give him enough support.
Look, Ken, I know you hate letting Denise have Daniel, but is it worth giving yourself a breakdown over?
Signing my son over to his monster of a mother? You're right. Fuss over nothing.
She isn't a monster. Not with him. Look, it's not as if you're never going to see him again. I know it's not ideal, but at least Scotland's only a few hours away. I mean, what if they were going to flipping Australia?
Yeah, well, how do I know they won't?
Oh, talk about meeting trouble. Look, Ken, I understand how much it hurts. A lot of the things life chucks at you hurt. But you've got to accept them and move on. I should know.
Yeah, well, that was different.
Yes, it was. I didn't get visiting rights or holidays. My loss was permanent.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Listen, I'll come round tonight and I'll make us a bite to eat. Or else we'll go out, whatever you fancy. You are doing the right thing, you know.
Am I?
Oh, I thought everyone had gone home. I felt the same when Jeff first left me. Couldn't face going home to an empty house.
Oh, it's not as though I haven't had enough time to get used to Daniel being gone, but... Well, up to now, there was always the hope that... I was so damn sure I was going to get him back one day.
Come on. I've got a rather good bottle of cognac in the office. Emergency supplies. Look, I know you're a Scotchman, really, but it does you good sometimes to have a change.
Okay. Thank you.
Any better?
Oh, I feel a bit of a wimp, having to be driven home by a mess like a snivelling first year.
You didn't have to be. I offered. And I sincerely hope that isn't how you think of me, as Miss.
Oh, of course not. No, I'm sorry. You've been terrific.
As you were with me. At no small embarrassment to yourself, if I remember.
All in the past.
There is one problem that's very much in the present, I'm afraid. I know this isn't the best time to...
Go on.
Peter Ross is looking for redundancies.
Did they mention names?
Not as yet. But he won't go away. I'm still under pressure to cut staff.
Great. I lose my son and my job in the same week.
Look, it hasn't come to that yet.
Yet.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Today of all days. Look, I am sorry.
Oh, Deirdre, you remember Mrs. Jeffers? Deirdre's Tracy's mother.
Your ex-wife, of course. Nice to meet you again.
Likewise. Ken, your ex-wife's off back to her place now. Mustn't turn up for work wearing the same clothes as yesterday. People might get the wrong idea, think we're seeing each other again.
Yeah, women are awful. You're so suspicious of each other all the time.
Well, maybe we're given cause to be.
Oh, Deirdre, you've been taunting me about this woman for months. Ken and the headmistress, one big joke.
We weren't together then, and I didn't realise the strength of her feeling till I felt those eyes piercing through me last night. She didn't know I was back on the scene, did she?
Well, might not have mentioned it now.
No.
Look, Deirdre, I lost my son yesterday. Do I really have to go through all this?
Just think about the signals you're giving her, Ken. Us trying to work things out, you at your most confused, a sympathetic colleague just waiting to hold your hand. It's a dangerous combination, as we well know.
Mrs. Jeffers?
Mr. Barlow?
Have you got 5 minutes for assembly?
Well, is it important?
Well, yesterday you mentioned redundancy, and yes, I think it is important.
Yes, that's right. We were interrupted. Come on, let's go to my office.
But when did Becky's mum first know that you liked her? And how did you know she liked you back?
Do you ever stop asking questions?
What about when you found out she had a brat of a kid?
I nearly ran for the hills. Out of the car?
Thanks for the lift, Des.
The pleasure was all mine, Lauren.
Is this yours?
Yeah, forgot that was there.
You don't use it?
In other words, can you use it?
Do you mind?
Might as well.
Thanks. Oh, yeah. You can have the tape back. See ya.
See ya. Becky, don't play it in class. Can't believe I just said that.
Isn't he fantastic? Who? Des! You're not serious. You are serious. Hey, just scored something to give Ashley for his birthday. It's a bit much, isn't it? Not as much as you fancy my mother's boyfriend.
Yes, well, you mentioned it a few weeks ago. I thought it had gone away, but now I gather it's rather imminent.
There's a meeting early next week.
Do I bother with the pleading words, or simply surrender like I had to over Daniel?
I am sympathetic, Ken, to both situations. I don't want to lose you. I'm reluctant to replace any of my more experienced staff with novices. Even if they would be cheaper, and if they come with youth on their side, I am not impressed. I didn't realise you were so friendly with your, it's Deirdre, isn't it?
Deirdre, yes. Well, we never stop being, I suppose.
Really? I don't think I could manage that with my ex-husband, not unless I thought it was leading somewhere again.
Well, we've been separated much longer than you.
Separated? Oh, I thought you were divorced.
Well, yes. Yes, we are.
Well, I shall be presenting my case to the school governors, Ken. I mean, that's about the best I can do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't think they're keeping it a secret.
Hey, there goes one of your hideouts.
What's that?
Right, I was just saying, you know, the girls, Alma and Gail, well, they're selling the cafe, so you'll have to find somewhere else to go. Right, love, what you having?
When you're ready, Jack. Right, got.
Hey, it's a good thing you kept on your hours at the hotel, Roy.
Well, I suppose so. Well, it's not the same. I mean, the cafe, you get to meet people. The hotel's good, but it's impersonal, stuck out the back like you are. But no, I like the cafe, yeah. I like the people.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Well, did you see Sue Jeffers?
Oh, a bit hard to avoid her.
About your job?
She said she put in her recommendations.
And did she mention me at all?
Oh, your name did come up.
Yeah, funny about that. So, did you clarify the situation for her?
Oh, it was hard at the moment.
Oh, well, it helps you keep your job.
You don't read that, do you?
Oh, I cast my eye over the television page.
Haven't you done enough fetching and carrying for Barlow?
That's my business.
Yeah, I suppose it is. This is your business as well. I put Crimea Street on the market. I need to sell it quick. I need the cash.
Does that mean I'll be losing my job as caretaker?
More than that, the new buyer's probably going to want you out.
What? Out the building? All of us?
Yeah, prospective buyers don't like sitting tenants. Fact of life.
I see.
Look, I'm sorry it's come to this, but if I don't sell some assets, I'm going to be broke.
Is things that bad then?
Well, I'm spending out a lot of money, but I'm getting nothing back in. Crimea Street's only part of the problem. But listen, don't tell the others yet. I told you because I wanted to give you a chance to...
Find other accommodation, yeah.
You know, I'd take this as an opportunity to get away from you. Why spend your life around here?
A lot of people do. Some of them quite like it.
Only those with no choice, no ambition. Don't sell yourself cheap this time.
It'd make sense.
And solve your immediate problem.
I'm more at home with you than anyone.
But...
I don't want to drift back into your life.
Well, you've never really been out of my life, have you?
It's all very well saying that, Ken, but look at the reality.
Oh, we've both done things that we regret.
More than regret.
But we've changed now. We're older.
We weren't exactly kids to start with, and we still finished up in the divorce court.
Well, sometimes you have to lose a thing before you appreciate its value.
You sound as if you're asking me to marry you.
I wouldn't put that kind of pressure on anyone again.
After all we've been through, you're still my best friend.
Well, it's not unusual for best friends to share houses.
No.
And it is one possible solution.
Yes, but there may be others.
I'm glad I've seen you, Deirdre. So I need to ask you something.
Feel free.
I don't mean to be impertinent, but the cafe might close, and if it does, I'll lose my job.
How can I help you?
Well, you've got two jobs, haven't you? Crimea Street and Sunliners.
Yes.
Well, if you should ever feel that it all became too much, if you feel you'd like to relinquish some of your responsibilities, would you put a word in for me with Mr. Baldwin?
You, want to be caretaker of the flats?
Well, it's a job that'll give me scope to use my imagination, but only if you should ever decide that it were taking up too much of your time. I've got plenty of time, you see. That's if Mr. Baldwin would have me.
Ken, you've got a minute?
Of course.
What I told the rest of the staff is the official line. I've got to lose 2 teachers. It's out of my hands.
Yes, I realise that. You explained it very well.
Well, I know that you don't want to take early retirement. So I'm going to do my best to convince the governors that keeping you on will be in the best interests of the school. And the only thing against you is your age.
Oh, nothing I can do about that.
No. But I think I can use it to your advantage. I'm going to wax lyrical about the benefits of experienced staff.
Thank you very much. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Well, let's hope it does the trick.
What is this experience Mrs. Jeffers is going to wax lyrical about?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, as long as it's got nothing to do with a certain hotel in Southport.
Well, she was always very impressed with my metaphysical poets.
I found them quite attractive ones myself.
You know, the difference between you and Mrs. Jeffers is that she takes me seriously as a professional person.
Oh, she does, Ken, she does.
You don't have to do that, you know. We could go out.
I thought you might be tired after your staff meeting.
Why?
Pressure from Sue Jeffers. Nah, it's no trouble to just put some chops under the grill.
Oh, you used to say that when we were married.
I'm not trying to make myself indispensable to you, you know.
No. Wish you were.
What?
I'm never happier than when I'm with you.
Ken.
It must be obvious.
You said you weren't going to put any pressure on me.
Yeah, but I don't want you to find a new place to live. You don't need to.
You want me to come back here?
Yes. I've been thinking about it all day. Look, it's pointless to pretend that we lead separate lives. We don't.
We split up a long time ago.
And now we're back together again. I want you with me all the time, Deirdre. I don't care if we're married or not. That doesn't make any difference. I love you.
just looking for real coffee. Have you got any?
Room service is a bit patchy, I'm afraid, unless it's an old packet.
Oh, I'll have instant.
And a bit of a fiddle when you're rushing around in the morning. I get some in if you like it.
Do you want coffee or tea?
I'll have the same as you. I meant what I said last night, you know.
I know you did.
Well, what do you think?
I just don't want to rush anything. I'm really enjoying life at the moment, more than I have done in ages. I don't want to spoil that.
Well, it's not as if we don't know each other.
Yeah, well, there's the rub. I'd hate for it to go wrong again. I don't want to go through another breakup like that. It might be another 7 years before we're speaking again if that happens.
Well, isn't that a risk that we have to take?
It's a pretty big risk given our track records.
You've got to move somewhere. I mean, where are you going to live?
I've no idea.
And it's not as if our track record is all that bad. I mean, it wasn't my fault that Denise went off with a Dalek. And Samir, well... I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You're not being insensitive. It's just been on my mind a lot this morning for some reason. I think that's why I wanted the coffee. It was one of our little luxuries. Reminded him of home. I suppose what I'm trying to say is I'm just not sure if I'm ready or not yet, Ken. Anyway, there's the kettle. You've got bread, I hope?
Yes, I think I do run to that.
I'll make us some toast.
Look, I'm sorry if I'm jumping the gun.
No, I didn't mean it to come out like that. Look, I'm not saying I can't do it because I'm not over Sam here. I mean, that was all 1.5 years ago now. Can't live in the past forever. But it would be the first time I'd lived with anyone since he died. A few ghosts are bound to be disturbed.
But you're not saying no?
I'm certainly not saying that.
Wish me luck.
Oh, of course, it's tonight. Yes, what time?
7:30.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Look, save it until after the meeting. I can't promise anything.
No, but you're very persuasive when you want to be.
Am I, Ken?
In the nicest possible way.
Well, you must tell me more about that sometime.
Oh, good luck for tonight, anyway.
I'll do my best.
For a few minutes.
What bee has he got in his bonnet this time?
The ruination of Italy by its cuisine. Makes sense, I suppose. It's hardly surprising they built eyesores like Venice or Florence when you look at what they eat.
What's brought this on?
Oh, Alma selling the cafe to a pizza chain, apparently.
What?
It's all part of the new Slimline Baldwin Enterprises.
I've been on the receiving end of that. He's selling the flats. We've all been given notice.
Mike Baldwin sneezes and Weatherfield catches cold. What will you do?
Well, that's what I've just been pondering. Ken wants me to move back in with him.
And will you?
Oh, Emily, I don't know what to do. Part of me's tempted, part of me's once bitten. And another part of me says, why not up and go? Leave Weatherfield altogether and start afresh. I had thought of moving nearer to Tracy.
But I thought you and Ken were...
An item after 2 months. I suppose we are. Ken certainly seems to think so. The question is, do I?
Yeah, I'm just marking some GCSE projects that I'm quite glad to be disturbed.
Oh? Job satisfaction not what it was? Maybe you should be thinking of early retirement.
Only joking.
And there's me fighting your corner.
Yeah, not a bad lot this year, actually. So, you've had the meeting now?
Yes. I was just passing, so I thought I'd pop in and let you know the outcome. Wasn't easy. But they came round to my way of thinking eventually.
Oh, can't thank you enough for this, Sue.
Well, I just stressed the contribution you'd made over the years and continue to make. It's people like you who give stability to a school. Now, that is very important these days.
So, who?
Ray Crabtree and Sandra Carr. They look like drawing the short straws, I'm afraid.
Good teachers.
Yeah. I'm going to be very sorry to lose them. Still, it has to be someone.
Oh, can I get you a drink or anything?
No, I won't stop, thanks. I've got an awful lot of paperwork to do this evening. And I've got to work out how to tell Ray and Sandra as well.
Yes, quite. Well, thanks again. I can't tell you what a relief this is. I think I owe you one.
Yes, Ken. I think perhaps you do.
You were going to do that job for me.
And what job's that, Ken?
Oh, Bill!
Only joking. Look, I've been up to here.
Right, well, I have to keep running back to empty the bucket.
I know, look, everybody's ringing me with emergencies. Are you in this afternoon?
Jude, you haven't finished your brew.
I've no time, Gary.
Well, make yourself some time.
It's me supposed to be opening up.
There's more important things in the world than an arcade, you know. You should be taking it easy.
Plenty of time to take it easy when I get the sack.
You know what I'm talking about.
Ken, you couldn't give us a lift, could you?
I'll give you a lift, love. Jump in.
Me alarm didn't go off. You are a megastar.
Look, I'll see what I can do, eh?
All right, well, Deirdre's got a key.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't give us a push, could you?
Better say yes, hadn't I?
It's one of them mornings.
Hey! Don't you go pushing vans.
Right. Lads, give your hand. Come on. Get in there.
Oh, thank you, nurse.
Heave-ho.
Right, well done, lads.
Okay, bye.
She's daft, that girl.
Aye, well, made for each other, aren't you?
Oh, a marriage made in heaven.
Oh, aye.
No, I think that she thinks that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Only she's not letting on.
All
They
right.
don't like to, do they?
I suppose not, no. So, you think...
Yeah, don't say anything. That's between me and you.
All right, so then.
And then she goes pushing vans.
Aye, well, she's a fit lass. Look, they're not all as fragile as you think, you know. Oh, Ken! Oh!
You need a push?
No, I need a new battery.
Oh, we can get it going.
Forget it. It'll do where it is.
Right.
Yes, Deirdre. Pasty for Alec and one of your filled cobs for me, please, love. No egg.
Hot? Pasty?
Yeah, please.
Always likes it hot, Mr. Gilroy, even in summer, which currently it isn't.
This place is up for sale as well, then.
Yes,
They must really be in trouble.
I suppose they are.
Have you had any luck finding anywhere else to live yet, Roy?
Oh, I've not really looked.
Don't depress him even more. He's bad enough as it is.
You can't be very happy.
No, I'm not.
What the answer is, you see, that's what the answer would be. Be the answer to everything.
Oh, you've got the answer, have you, Roy?
I've considered a possible solution.
Mayonnaise.
Plenty.
And the answer would be, if I was to buy it.
Now there's an idea.
Because I wouldn't want to go changing everything round, would I? So that would be the answer. If I could buy it.
If only, Roy.
No good saying if only, is there?
No, Roy.
So, I'm going to look into it. Need a lot of money.
It's Roy I'm worried about. I mean, me, I'm just looking for digs, but, you know, that room of his, it's his world, isn't it? Have you been in?
Oh, it was a long time before I did. He had me terrified of him at first.
Well, he's just tuned into a different station in his head, that's all.
Oh, I know. I feel rotten about it now.
He's a very intelligent bloke, you know. He's got all sorts of books up there.
I know. I'm going to see if I can help him find somewhere else. Yeah. Make up for, you know.
Yeah. Well, look, usual thing. It's all old imperial stuff, is that? And there's only metric now, of course.
Meaning?
Well, save the fiddle. I'll do it all in new copper.
Going to cost him, is it?
Pathetic. Might as well make a right job of it. You don't want me in and out every 5 minutes, do you?
Yeah, well, speak to Ken anyway. It's his house, not mine.
Oh, I thought you were, like, all sorted, you know, as far as digs were concerned. Like.
Did you?
Well, you've got a key in your hand. Oh, foot in my mouth again.
No, you just don't understand the relationship between me and Ken. Don't worry, neither do we.
Tell me about it.
That's not the problem. It's this house. It is for me. Sammy is all over it. Anyway, I shouldn't be saying this because I've not really talked to Ken about it.
Hey, brick wall me. I'll have to slip out and get a couple of fittings now, though.
Oh, all right. Well, let yourself back in and slip me the key in the office.
All right. See you later. Is your mum not about?
No, Percy's taken to the cafe while we're quiet. Why, is it her you wanted to see? Oh, as if.
Not especially, no.
No.
Look, I'm just on this little job over at Ken's. I wanted to know what you're doing tonight on the quiet.
Why on the quiet?
Well, it makes you feel young, doesn't it?
Hey, you should have told me.
What?
About Baldwin trying to get you out.
Ah.
My mother thinks...
Look, will you stop telling me, Maureen, what your mother thinks?
Well, it's very convenient when I don't know what I think. Listen, are you waiting for me to ask you to come to Nightingale to live with us?
And where's that idea come from?
Well, it's what my mother thinks.
Oh, here we go.
Look, you didn't say, because you're waiting for me to say, and you're not putting a gun to my head.
Maureen, I don't want to live with you and your mother.
Oh, Bill, I'm so relieved to hear you say that.
Well, fine, no.
I can't tell you.
Look, I'm very fond of your mother, you know, but I'm not that fond.
But it's not what we want.
No.
No.
No. We want somewhere quiet. Yeah? Somewhere where we can be together. Just the two of us.
Yes, we do. Now,
I have this cheeky little
idea.
idea. No, go on.
Go on, you go on.
Hey, we're not thinking the same thing, are we?
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Half term. You're not planning to be out of the country?
No.
Or otherwise unobtainable?
The drift being...
Well, I've got a paper to deliver, and I'd really like your input.
Well, I wouldn't be in a good position to refuse, would I?
Wouldn't you?
Given the recent suggestion, you know, about my next holiday being roughly equal to the rest of my life.
That's not something we need to mention again.
Except that I need to be grateful. And I am. Oh.
Hiya. Look, I'm sorry to disturb you, Ken, but I've done that tap in the kitchen.
Oh, I'm glad you could do that.
Do you want me to drop this off with Deirdre, or will you have it?
Oh,
Well, look, she did say that I should drop it back at the travel agents, you know, but I thought, well...
Yeah, no, I'll take it.
Right, OK. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Well, I'll be off then.
Right.
I'll drop you a bill in when I get round to it, Ken.
No rush?
Cheers.
Right, bye.
Well, now you've had your plumbing fixed, you can offer me a cup of tea.
Of course.
We've been asked to contribute to a developing literacy programme. It is another conference, I'm afraid.
Literacy, eh? Well, why ask me? Most people tell me that should be part of the history syllabus.
I'm asking you because you come up with jokes like that.
Oh, yes. What would a conference paper be without bad jokes?
Listen, don't worry. I will be sticking to the soft drinks this time. Can I put your name down for it? Your ex-wife still has a key?
Oh, yes. Well, it's quite useful for things like, take a seat.
Complicated life.
Yes, complicated.
If I come round on Sunday to talk about this, will she be here, doing the gravy and the Yorkshires?
No.
Well, anyway, I think it's probably better if you come round to mine because my ex-husband certainly doesn't have a key.
Oh, no, that's fine. No, you come round here. Be about 3/4 of an hour. You can survive till then?
Oh, I should think so.
Oh, right, thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
By the way, I've got Sue Jeffers calling later, but after lunch. I mean, don't worry about it. It's just some paper that she's doing. For some reason, she wants my advice on it.
Ken, are you still expecting me to move in here?
I think you might have given me advance warning of that one.
No, sorry. It's just Bill mentioned it while he was doing your plumbing.
Bill Webster?
Yeah, he wasn't being nosy or anything. It's just that we're in the same boat with having to get out of Crimea Flats. And, well, he'd taken it for granted that I'd be coming here.
Right.
So it just occurred to me. Perhaps you were taking it for granted as well.
You mustn't think I'm pleased that Baldwin's selling the flats. I mean, I'm not saying rubbing my hands saying, good old mate, best thing you ever did.
So, what are you thinking?
Well, I just think it's a pity that things couldn't just take their natural course. You know, I mean, you having to move, well, it's rather forced our hand, isn't it?
Yeah, but I could move anywhere. It doesn't have to be in here.
True.
I could find another flat. There are plenty of them.
Still by yourself?
Yeah.
I think I know why you're saying this. It's this house, isn't it? I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it before. I mean, I understand it'd be a problem. You lived here with Samir. It's got memories.
Well, yes,
And
it
I
has.
also lived here with Denise. In fact, I'm surprised we can move. There's so many ghosts. So, OK. We'll sell up, move somewhere else. New start for both of us.
It's not just the house.
No?
I don't want to move in with you.
See?
I want to stop on my own. I don't want to move in with anyone.
So all that's been happening between us getting on, you staying over, that's all for nothing?
No, it's been lovely. And I want it to go on. But there doesn't have to be a next step. It doesn't have to lead to me moving in here.
Well, it doesn't have to, no.
But you'd like it to.
Not anymore.
Oh, look, I think I'd better go. This isn't doing either of us.
No, well,
any
look,
good.
just give me a reason. One honest reason why we can't try again.
A reason?
Yes.
Well, because I don't want to run that risk that it might, you know, all go wrong again.
You don't want to risk it?
No.
Well, on that basis, you never get anything done. You never even get out of bed in the morning.
All right. I don't want to move back in with you. I don't know why I have to give you reasons. I just don't want to.
Fine.
Oh.
No, I asked you to be honest. You've been honest.
No, I haven't. That makes it sound as if I hate being with you, and I don't. Look, let's just leave it. I'll go away.
Oh, no, you mustn't do that. No, the food will be ready. Look, I'll serve lunch, and we'll talk about something else.
Do you think we can?
Of course we can. We have done till now.
You're disappointed, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
It's my fault. I should've-
No, I'm not disappointed. No, I'm not. What I am is furious. And you want to know why?
I can see you're going to tell me.
Because I can see it now. All I've been is a sort of convenient staging post as far as you're concerned, a sort of therapy.
Therapy for me?
Yes, for you. I mean, now that you've got over all this business with Samir and you're ready to move on into a sort of better social...
I've got over what? You mean got over him being killed?
Yes.
You think I've got over that, do
Well,
you?
compared to what you were, yes, you're back at work, you're ready for a social life, and as the first step into that big wide world, you choose me.
You really think I've got over my husband
Because
being
going out
killed,
with
the
me
man I
isn't much of
loved
a
and-
challenge, is it?
I'm not listening to this.
It's all familiar territory, nice and easy, much easier than starting out with somebody new, much easier than having to go to bed with somebody
This is
new.
the worst thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it? If only you'd admit it. You never wanted me. You're just scared of going with anybody else.
What would you like?
Oh, just a mineral water, please, love.
Mr. Sugden?
Mrs. Bishop, I thought you were at church.
Well, yes, I was. Then I was on the way home and bumped into Deirdre. A mineral water and a small sherry, Judy, please.
Right.
You mustn't think I'm neglecting my duties.
I'm sure you're not.
The dinner's in the oven. As a matter of fact, I'll be serving it up in another 5 minutes' time.
Well, I hope you won't, because Deirdre and I want some time to ourselves first.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. I'm quite sure that dinner can be delayed, can't it, Mr. Sugden?
Well, I'll do the best I can, but don't blame me if it's burnt to a crisp.
You're going to think I'm really pathetic.
I think there's something that's really upset you. I could see that straight away.
I've just had a major row with Ken. The sort of row that leaves you thinking, well, that's it. We can never even speak to each other again.
Oh, dear. And there was I thinking... Well, you can probably guess what I was thinking.
That I was going to move back in there. Yeah. So was Ken. Oh, Emily, I love the man. He's part of my life. But I don't want to go back living with him again.
Well, thank you.
I've got a bit of a head start, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I just had a rather acrimonious session with my ex-wife.
Oh dear, I'm not here at a bad time, am I?
No, you're here at an extremely good time. Couldn't be better. We've just accepted the fact that, well, we don't have any future together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's, I'm liberated. I'm a free man again.
Well, that can be a mixed blessing.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least it means I won't go around wasting my time on somebody who, well, who basically has been taking me for a ride.
You won't be in the mood to talk about this paper now.
You know, I suspect that it's always a mistake to go back to an old relationship. Always.
I'll be advised by you.
You should always be looking to the new one. Have you heard from your husband recently?
No, that is definitely in the past.
Yeah, I was thinking about Southport, you know, that fiasco. I'm going to go around telling everybody that nothing had happened. Did any part of you ever wish that something had?
Yes.
Go and get your dinner, Emily, before Percy chucks it in the bin.
We won't do that.
Oh, I can't leave it like this. I'm going to have to go back. He's my best friend.
He probably feels as badly as you about it.
I'm going to go and say to him that I want to carry on as we have been. Surely he'll be able to accept that.
I'm sure he will.
Hello.
Ken?
Hello? Deirdre!
Sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you.
I should go.
Look,
School tomorrow and all that, and well, things I have to do tonight in preparation.
Look, so I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting...
She had a key. Now, that was Deirdre, I take it, Ken, who came in and went straight out again.
Yeah.
We'll see each other tomorrow, no doubt.
Yes, we will, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. There are several responses to that spring to mind, Ken. None of them appropriate or remotely ladylike. I'll see you in school. Thank you.
Deirdre, you've got a good relationship with Mr. Baldwin.
What?
Mr. Baldwin. I never quite get the impression he's taking me seriously. This afternoon, for instance, I went round to his home.
Not now, Roy.
Oh, right, well, I'll get your advice later then.
You guess not stopping overnight, then?
No, of course not. Look, it shouldn't have happened. I was upset about you. We'd had some wine.
Spare me the details. Then again, that's probably what you've been doing all along.
What? No, you're wrong. I promise you, we've never...
Well, you have now. Unless you were upstairs this afternoon showing her your collection of cardigans.
It was a mistake.
Don't insult the woman. You used her. You have been all along. All she had to do was knock on your door at the right moment. I predicted this. God, how long after I'd gone did it take?
Well, you said we had no future.
So 5 minutes later, you find one with someone else. What I said was, God, what does it matter what I said or think or feel?
No, shut the door, please.
Oh, don't fret, Ken. I'm sure hers will be open.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Jefford.
Trust we all had an interesting weekend. Oh, that one looks lonely. Must be meant for me.
Who is it?
It's Deirdre. Are you coming into work today or not?
I was just on my way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Deirdre, did you go and see Ken again yesterday?
Oh, yes, I saw him.
Not going so well.
It's very complicated, Emily. Neither of us is very sure what we want. Or who.
We'll sort it out.
What's all the panic?
It's gone 10 o'clock. Where have you been all morning?
Look, I'll leave you to it.
I've been doing paperwork and making phone calls from here.
And what about passing trade? Remember customers? Who's supposed to deal with them when I'm not there?
Dorothy?
I shouldn't have to come round here chasing after you.
All right, calm down, Deirdre.
I need some time off, Alec. I've got some problems, and I just want to get away for a bit.
Okay.
Starting today.
That's a bit short notice.
Well, I think I've covered for you often enough in the past.
All right, fair enough. We'll manage. Is there anything I can do to...
No, just the time off.
Right, well, take a couple of days.
Well, I need at least the rest of the week.
Well, just let me know when you're ready to come back.
Thanks, Alec.
Deirdre. Just a girl. Listen, me and Andrew are thinking of going across the water to Belfast, catch up with the family and all that.
Talk to the boss.
Cheerio. Sandy, how your horses there? Listen, can I have a wee word with you about Belfast?
Funny. Didn't give us a second glance, those pupils. When nothing was happening, we were the talk of the school. And now something has. What are you doing at lunch?
I need to pop out, actually.
Tonight?
I don't know. Look, Sue, I mean...
No. It's all right.
No, it's not. I know it's not. I just don't know what to do about it yet, that's all.
Do you want to wait until you've heard what Deirdre has to say? You haven't been very honest about this, Ken.
I've tried to be.
Well, you haven't succeeded.
Look, I understand if you want to forget all about yesterday.
I'm sure you would. No, I said you hadn't been honest. I didn't say that I was stepping out of the picture. Oh, look, don't be the coward my husband was, Ken. I want to know, one way or the other.
What now?
I wanted to try and talk again, not leave things the way we did last night. Are you moving out?
No, I'm just going away for a few days.
Where?
Does it matter? Is that any of your business? I'm going to London. I'll probably spend some time with Tracy.
Have you spoken to her? I mean, will you be telling her anything about this?
I doubt she needs to hear it.
What I did was unforgivable.
No, it wasn't, Ken. It was understandable. And let's face it, not new. Like I said, I saw it coming a mile off. It was inevitable.
I thought we were inevitable.
Did you?
She and I should never have...
No, we should never have. You and me. We drifted back together again because it felt safe. You were right yesterday. Everything you said was right. Maybe before you and Denise and Daniel, maybe before Sam here, but not now.
Well, if you're not coming to live with me, where are you going to live?
I don't know.
Shouldn't that be a priority, finding somewhere?
Maybe I'm intending to do just that.
In London? Oh, don't go rushing into anything. Can I take you to the station?
I've ordered a taxi.
Will you call me when you get back?
Oh, let me go away first, Ken.
Down! No, go on, run along.
Oh, we are in a muddle just lately, aren't we?
Sorry, I overslept. I did ring to say I was delayed.
I'm not sure the details of your complicated private life concern me anymore, do they, Ken?
Look, I'm very sorry about yesterday.
Jeff Smith's covering your class. I said you shouldn't be long. Come in.
Is it a good time?
Well, it was.
I think I owe you an apology.
Ken, what is going on?
Well, like you said this morning, it's complicated. It's to do with Deirdre finding us the other day.
But why on earth should that matter? I mean, it was a minor embarrassment, surely.
I just don't like upsetting her feelings.
Her feelings? What about mine?
Oh, well, that's why I've come to apologise.
Why was she upset?
The past.
Now look, Ken. You're either in a relationship with your ex-wife or you're not. And you're either in a relationship with me or you're not. Now, go off and sort yourself out. And please don't come back until you have.
It's 3 weeks, I think, maybe. It could be 4.
No, it is 3, Ken. That's 9:25. Oh, do you still want Sundays, but with you going away?
Oh, no, I'll be back by then. Hello, Rita.
Hello, love.
Back? Where are you going? I was going to Edinburgh to see Daniel.
Yes, driving down tonight, back late tomorrow.
Bit of a drag for you, isn't it? Oh, I don't mean seeing Daniel, of course I don't. Such a long way.
It is, yeah.
Awkward too, I should imagine. It's 75.
I think maybe. No, it's fairly straightforward, actually. M6 to Carlisle, and then it's just the M7
I mean, once you get there, because seeing Denise must be bad enough, but now Kelly as well.
Yeah, well, that rankles, I admit. It used to be Mr. Barlow from Kelly, now it's Ken, and Denise's house is so jolly and informal, you think they're all on holiday.
Kidology, isn't it? Put you on wrong foot.
Exactly.
Well, if driving up's unpleasant, driving back...
Vis, Ken didn't come in here get depressed. Had you thought of taking some company? You know, someone to talk to.
Are you offering?
No, I was thinking more of Deirdre.
She's away.
Oh, yeah, of course she is.
Good idea, though, if I could find a volunteer. Failing that, I have to fall back on my tape deck, and the best I can do is the 3 tenors at the moment. Bye.
Take care, anyway.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Alec.
What's up with him?
Go quietly. Could I have a word? This staff meeting that you've called for after school.
Need to discuss Polly Macon's cover. She's getting married and wants a honeymoon.
Yes, well, I was wondering if you could manage without me. Only, I'm going to...
Please, Ken. I know exactly where you're going. Round and round in ever-decreasing circles. You're excused. Ken!
Hello, Sue. May I come in?
Well, you might have phoned to let me know you were coming. Oh, don't just stand there. Come in.
I'm sorry, but on the way down from Edinburgh, and, well, as I passed so close to here, I just came in on impulse.
See that something's happened. Why don't you just tell me about it?
Well, I've been up to Scotland to visit Daniel. I go up every weekend when it's humanly possible.
There aren't many men who'd be that conscientious.
But it's not just for Daniel's sake. It's for me, sir. It's for me. He means so much to me. He means more than my other children, which shouldn't be so, but it's true. I just don't want to lose him. I don't ever want to become a stranger to him.
Is Denise trying to stop you?
I think she realises she hardly needs to. I mean, take last weekend. Friday, it's out of school, bag already packed, long journey up to Edinburgh. I'm booked into a little private hotel about a mile from where Daniel lives. Poky little place. It's probably all right in the summer, but bitterly cold in the winter. Anyway, it's the best I can run to.
Oh, these weekends must be costing you a bomb. What with hotel bills and petrol and the rest of it.
They do, but that's the least of my problems. Anyway, Saturday morning, I call to pick Daniel up. It's a chilly day, it's sleeting, and there aren't many places to take a child to.
Yeah, I can see that must be a problem.
Probably mainly due to the cold, but yesterday he started crying. I did my best to jolly him along, but wasn't any use. He wanted to go home, by which he meant back to his mother. So that's where I took him. We must have had about an hour and 10 minutes together, about half of which he spent in tears.
Oh,
So, back to the Pokey Hotel. And this morning, I go to pick him up again. Denise came to the door, carrying Daniel. "Where are you think you've taken him this morning?" she said. She didn't wait for an answer, because he doesn't want to go. He was clinging to her. What was I supposed to do? Drag him off her? So I came away. And here I am burdening you with my personal grief.
No. I want to help.
Do I go on repeating this painful routine week in, week out? I mean, what is it doing to Daniel? And if I don't go up, if I don't keep seeing him, will he want to? I don't know, Sue. I just feel, I've got this terrible feeling I'm going to lose him. And I just don't know what to do about it. I just can't think what to do about it.
Don't be alone tonight, Ken. I mean, don't go home. Stay here with me.
Hang on. I've got your milk. I won't be a minute.
Right.
I thought you'd be back last night. Did you have an awful journey?
Well, it was a bit late, so I stopped off on the way. Anyway, thanks for taking the milk in, anyway.
I wasn't sure what to do, but I didn't think you'd want to advertise your absence in case you decided to go straight on to your conference.
Yeah, well, good thinking, Emily, good thinking.
Would you still like me to have the key while you're away?
Right, yes.
Well, when would be convenient?
I don't know, later, whenever it suits you. I think it would be for the best, don't you? I mean, otherwise, it's going to be conclusive proof to those members of staff with suspicious minds. Yeah, me too. No, of course I don't. Oh, look, there's someone at the door. Right, okay. Anyway, I'll see you when you get back. Okay, bye. Oh, Emily, I'm sorry I was on the phone.
Oh, well, I'm sorry if I was pestering you this morning.
No, not at all. I had rather a lot on my mind. Actually, this weekend didn't quite go as planned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's done now, though I'm not sure whether the situation can be resolved.
Oh, well, how was Daniel?
Oh, well, he's fine. Though whether he appreciated my visit, I don't know. Still, we can hardly blame the wee bairn for that, can we, as he's now known?
Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Ken. Then you had an awful journey and had to stop in some boarding house. Anyway, don't worry about the house while you're away. What about central heating?
Oh, no, I'm not going now. It's all off.
Oh, has it been cancelled?
No, the headmistress is going on her own and going to report back.
Oh, might have done you good.
How do you mean?
Change of scenery, new faces. Where was it?
St. Anne's.
And sea air.
I'm not sure I follow your train of thought.
Deirdre unburdened herself to me before she went away. I gather you've had a parting of the ways.
Oh, I see. So she told you.
Yes.
Well, under the circumstances, I'm surprised you offered to look after the house.
I don't take sides. I count you both as friends, each in your own right.
Well, even so, heaven knows what you must think about me.
Deirdre didn't lay the blame on you, so why should I?
Oh, I see. She didn't tell you all the details then, mention what was the final straw?
Oh, no, not at all. A mutual misunderstanding, that was the impression I got.
Oh, a little more than that, I'm afraid.
So there's no hope of retrieving the situation. I'm sorry.
I honestly don't know. Might be worth one more try.
Had a postcard from Deirdre this morning. Sunset over Hackney Marshes. She's coming back tomorrow morning, isn't she?
Is that what she said?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. Deirdre, come in.
Thought you might be home. I know it's half term.
Right. Will you join me? It won't do it in a second to open
I
the
can't
door.
stay.
Right. Well, how was London?
Big.
Still thinking of moving there?
I haven't made any decisions about that. But being away did give me a different perspective.
Well, I hoped you would. Look, I feel lousy about what happened. I must be insane.
Oh, you don't lose control of your emotions that easily, Ken. But I do think we ought to put it behind us.
Absolutely.
And stay friends.
Friends?
Well, what else can we be now?
Well, like we were. Close, in every sense. I mean, go back to square one and start again.
It wouldn't be square one, would it? It'd be square 2001. Like it says on the T-shirt, been there, done that.
How can you be so flippant?
The truth is, I don't know how to be. This is hurting me too.
Then give it a chance. Give us a chance. It's not too late.
That's exactly what it is, Ken. Maybe it always was. I did have a look at a couple of flats, but you wouldn't believe what they were asking.
You'd leave Weatherfield?
People do, Mavis.
They break out in the dead of night, under the barbed wire, and they're gone.
No, but I thought you and Ken, well...
There is no me and Ken.
Hiya.
Hello there.
Hey, listen, how's your Tracy coping?
Oh.
You know, married life.
She's loving it, Vera. She's got him right where she wants him. Cooking, ironing, housework. She makes him do his share.
Well, they've got it taped, haven't the young women today? Not like our generation. Oh, hiya, Ken.
I want to talk to you.
There's nothing more to say.
I disagree.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
It's all right, but you're wasting your time.
I wonder what's gone wrong there. I mean, obviously something has. Oh.
It's madness for us to chuck it all away.
Oh, yeah, just because 5 minutes after telling me you love me and asking me to move back in, I find you in bed with another woman.
I've no defence. Except that you just walked out.
You were pushing me too hard.
Well, if I was, it was because it meant so much to me. Look, I thought I'd blown everything away for good, and then... Well, Sue turned up and made me feel maybe I wasn't such a complete failure after all.
Oh, poor old Sue. Does she know she was used as sexual therapy?
Talk like that won't help.
Well, I didn't ask to come here.
Oh, no, don't go, don't go. Please.
Oh, I'm exhausted. We're just going round in circles here.
Look, I can understand you wanting to punish me, but...
This isn't about you. It's about me. Yes, I was furious when it happened. But viewed from a couple of 100 miles away, I began to see that maybe she'd done me a favour. I mean, but for her, I could have moved my stuff in by now.
Oh, would that be such a bad thing?
No, not bad. Just wrong. I don't want to go backwards. I need to move on. We both do.
Yeah, move on to what? A lonely old age?
Oh, is that why you want me back? Save me from your worst nightmares?
No, I just happen to believe that we could make it work this time round.
I don't want to be a safe haven, Ken. I'm scared of the future too, but that doesn't mean to say we've got to cling to the wreckage of the past.
Which Christmas cracker did you get that little homily from?
Yeah, well, I never was as bright as you, or as educated. Oh, go back to your headmistress. She's more your type. Your intellectual equal, your age group.
I don't want her, I want you!
Well, you should have tried telling her that before you went to bed with her.
Well, it's funny how you keep saying that's not relevant, yet we keep getting back to it.
It's my hurt pride, can't quite let go of it. But you're right. It isn't relevant. What is important is I now know what I want from my life.
And it's not me.
I'm going. Oh. Before we do each other any more damage.
Look, please. Look, just give me one more chance. I'll do anything. I'll chuck up my job. We'll sell the house, move down south. I'll move anywhere. Back near to Tracy.
I can accept being kept at arm's length till a girl gets to know me, but how much longer does it take?
I can't give you a date. When it feels right.
When it feels right. Okay, I can live with that. Provided it's not in 6 months' time. Or even 3.
Thank you. Had a lovely night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Deirdre, isn't it? Could I give you a lift anywhere? 2 knockbacks in one night. You're slipping, chum.
Looking for a lodger.
She never has done. I think she rather likes individual portions.
Oh, I'm not serious. It's time I started getting serious, though.
So this means you and Ken...
I think we both sobered up, Emily. It's not on.
Oh.
I was thinking about asking Alma about the flat over the cafe.
You don't know? Young Roy Cropper's bought her out. He's going to be living there.
He's... Roy?
So I hope you weren't sort of banking on it. Here you are.
Hello, I wasn't expecting you back till tonight.
Oh, I'd had enough. In fact, I've had enough of conferences altogether. I'm going to start making excuses and sending someone else in my place.
Right, well, do you want me to get you a drink or should we move next door?
It's up to you.
Move next door, I think.
Right.
At least there we can be guaranteed a bit of privacy.
Oh, you mean Deirdre isn't due for a visit?
Don't remind me.
Thought I might...
Home yet?
No, I wanted to... I didn't want to come home to an empty house. I wanted to come home to somebody.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
So I came straight here. I hope you don't mind.
No, of course not.
No regrets, then?
No. You?
No. I was thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful if we walked into tomorrow's assembly holding hands? Oh. I'd say, good morning, everybody. Doesn't Mr. Barlow look gorgeous? Then I'd give you a kiss and announce the first hymn.
Well, that would be the end of the world as we know it.
Oh, the honours boards would fall off the walls, the trophy cabinet would shatter into 1,000 pieces. The whole school would self-destruct.
Yes, I think it would be wiser if we...
Yes, kept this our little secret?
Yeah.
I think it would. So, I'll not say see you tomorrow.
Even though you will.
Because that's not us. That's Mrs. Jeffers and Mr. Barlow.
Those two respectable, upright pillars of society.
But then tomorrow night?
I shall be coming around to dinner and we can be real people again.
Goodbye, Mr. Barlow.
Goodbye, Mrs. Jeffers.